So here's my current wood chip pile. There are 3 truckloads of mulch or wood chips here I got from the local area tree company. I had about either 6 or 7 loads last week, and I've already put all those to use, but they said they're going to be dropping off several more loads as they work in the area. So that's huge because I use wood chips for all of my gardens and all of my little plots and things that I have. Here's the hazelnuts I've shown you before, and that's about, I think, 45 feet by, I'm sorry, about 40 feet by 40 feet, give or take. So there's quite a lot of room there, and it's layered pretty thick. There's probably 6 or 8 inches of wood chips on most of that. Put cardboard underneath it. And then I have more to do over here, but I have sea berries here on the outside of my berry patch. And I just have the plants protected at the moment, but I'm going to come out probably about 4 feet from that fence with cardboard and wood chips later today and get that all covered and get the whole groundwork and not just right around the plant. And see, you have this berry patch here that has, I think 26 or 27 different types of berries in there. That's about 60 foot by 35 feet. And it's all covered in wood chips. I have 2 more gardens in the back that I do the same thing with. But if you haven't seen the documentary Back to Eden, I really recommend it. It's the one thing that I've seen and believe in for long-term sustainability, longevity, and simplicity. Once you get this going, there's little to no maintenance on it. I think in this berry patch this year I've picked probably 6 or 7 weeds. And they're not getting down into the dirt because the seeds are landing on top of the wood chips. So they're really easy to pluck out. But definitely believe that this is a really good method. It takes a little time to get started up, but once you get the cardboard down and the wood chips on top of it, it's so unbelievably easy. And then when you have to plant new things in here, I planted some more blueberries this year, and I just took a metal garden rake, raked them back, and you can either use an auger or a shovel, but the ground is just so user-friendly, for lack of a better term. I was able to get those berries in the ground without any issue, and then I just raked the wood chips back on top of it. Very, very easy. And yeah. So here's a spot here that I'm prepping for next year. I just put down cardboard and wood chips on the top of it. This whole area here with the new wood chips is going to be for strawberries. And I'll take this, I just put this temporary fence up around the aronia berries because the deer and the rabbits were nibbling them down last year. They're growing really well now that they're a little bit protected, but I'll just move this fence over to the post with the chicken coop there. Just string that up, and I'll put a gate on the other side. But yeah, this whole area is going to be strawberries, and I think it'll do really well. The land that I prepped last year, the first year plants are doing really well, and out in the back I'll try and make a video of that as well. So for this berry patch, what I did is I put trellis rows of blackberries, raspberries. In there I have goji berries, honeyberries, 3 different kinds of currants, boysenberries, blueberries, and some Nanking cherry bushes and some strawberries. I think I'm going to take the strawberries out next year and add a few more blueberry bushes to it. But on the outside, on 3 sides, I put 3 different types of aronia berry bushes. And these here are called guljankas. The only problem I'm having with how I did this fence is I put this welded wire up there. It's kept all the deer and all the rabbits out. I haven't had a single critter in the berry patch in a year. The problem is I put, it's hard to see here, but around the base of it, I put chicken wire, 4-foot chicken wire. I put it about 2.5 feet up, and then I skirted it out and then covered it with rocks and wood chips. It's done really well, like I said, keeping the critters out. The problem is you have little patches of grass like this that grow up in between the two fences, and they're really hard to get down and pull out. So I have a few little chunks of grass here and there, but that's right where, basically at the base of the fence, where I couldn't get any cardboard down to kill it because I already had the fence up at the time. But you know, they'll get long enough like that, I could probably just reach in there and just yank out from the long stem and get it out. So this is working really well. The other thing that I've done with these chips over here is I planted some peach, plum, and pear trees over here. I have little fences and tree guards. I did this last year, and I just made little landings around them with the wood chips. I decided to just fill this whole thing in. I'm going to try and get a few more dwarf trees in here, maybe some more plum, and maybe a few Asian pears here, and then around the side by where the vehicle is at right now. So right now I didn't have enough cardboard to put down over all this, so I just have a little area that's cardboard. The rest is just really thick, over a foot of wood chips. And then I will, like I said, next year just rake it back, and if I'm going to plant anything. One thing I haven't done yet is I just needed to trim this here right along the edge before I put down the wood chip. So this will all get done. I'm debating whether or not to put a temporary fence up around these. These are Viking Aronis here, and I have 12 of them down there. And see, some of them are rather small. Other ones are a little bit bigger, but they got nibbled down some. That's a lot more space to try and build up some temporary fencing. So anyway, this is some of what I'm doing with the wood chips and how I'm doing it, and I hope this makes some sense. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, and I will try and answer them, or if possible, even make a video to better explain what I'm talking about. All right, thanks for watching.